Hello, St. Paul's. I miss being with you in person, and I know you miss being with each other. When we suspended in-person worship in March, we hardly imagined we would not be back together for Easter, let alone Pentecost. And now, with the warmer weather and stores and restaurants opening up, we are all aching for life to get back to normal. Unfortunately, the case numbers here in Ohio and around the country are telling a different story. In Ohio, the case numbers are back to where they were in early May, and hospitalizations have increased steadily over the past week. We must continue to remember that our life's calling is to love one another. And during the time of COVID-19, we love by social distancing. Large churches meeting in person have been hotspots for spreading the virus. Thankfully, we have technology that allows us to stay connected while we remain physically distanced. After much conversation with clergy and lay colleagues, review of diocesan guidelines and pastoral letters, and participation in webinars, including with the Cleveland Clinic and with the Consortium of Endowed Episcopal Parishes, I have decided that we will not return to in-person worship this summer. I will reevaluate at the end of the summer the possibility of outdoor worship in September and October. Much thought has been given to what in-person worship will look like if we are able to regather before we have a vaccine. Please take a look. You'll be receiving a letter in the mail this week that provides guidelines, so you'll get a sense of what worship looks like during the pandemic. In the meantime, now is the time to think creatively about how we remain a loving community while we await a vaccine. So let's begin by looking at the ministries underway at St. Paul's. We are recording Sunday Eucharist, morning prayer on the second Sunday of the month, and this includes parishioner involvement with reading the lessons and providing musical selections. If you didn't catch it already, all of the recorded services can be found on YouTube. And we are getting quotes for streaming technology. We're also recording weekly reflections on Tuesdays and Fridays. Currently, our Tuesday series is looking at the stained glass windows, and our Friday series is interviews between family members reflecting on their lives during the pandemic. We offer Zoom coffee hour on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., carillon concerts on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Zoom Church School has been meeting this spring. Our children will meet on Sundays at 10 and 2. This is suspended for the summer. But we are continuing to record Godly Play Summer Stories. Zoom Youth Group meets on Sunday evenings. Zoom Total Chaos. We've had a few Zoom Total Chaos events. We've had a number of children and youth summer camps going on this summer by Zoom. And my thanks to our Director of Youth Ministries who put together videos and gifts honoring our recent high school graduates. We have Zoom Sung Evening Prayer hosted by our young adult group. We had one on May 21st and one on June 29th, and the next one will be on July 22nd. Other meetings and ministries happening by Zoom. Adult choir is enjoying church music classes this summer. Adult formation is meeting to begin to think about formation for the coming year. Bell choir is meeting to stay in touch with each other, as are the children and youth choirs, who have put together a virtual choir, one that you may have seen already, and we're working on more. Contemplative prayer is meeting. EFM, Education for Ministry. Episcopal 101. GMAG, Global Mission Action Group. GCC, Greater Cleveland Congregations, our Investment Committee, Men's Spirituality, Outreach, Parishioner Pals, Planned Giving, Stephen Ministers, Stewardship, and Vestry, all meeting by Zoom. Our lay weeders continue to care lovingly for our gardens, so please come and enjoy them the next time you're out on a walk. Stephen Ministers, staff, vestry, and volunteers continue to call and check in on parishioners. Our mask makers have made and delivered over 200 masks. Our knitting ministry continues to knit prayer shawls. Please let us know if you'd like a mask or a prayer shawl for you or a loved one. Our feeding ministry, Loaves and Fishes, and our pastoral ministry intercessory prayer train continue. Our outreach committee has been exploring ways St. Paul's can help meet community needs arising from the pandemic. Members of the committee met recently with members of Forest Hill Presbyterian to learn about their abundance pantry. We hope to begin partnering soon with Forest Hill in this food ministry. When you come by to look at our gardens, take a look at our Act 2 display windows across from the playground. Act 2 has made the move up to the West Wing, and we look forward to a grand opening once the building reopens. In the meantime, our Act 2 ministry team has been thinking creatively about how to continue to serve our community. They are beginning to offer a personal shopping service. People call the shop to inquire about items they need, options are offered, and then chosen items are prepared for pickup. Recently, we've had people calling about items in the display windows. Also, this ministry team is beginning to post items on Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, and eBay. The continuing work of many of our ministry teams is an inspiration to all of us on how we continue to love and serve during the pandemic. How might your committee continue to connect, care, and serve? What is this time teaching us, and how can we move forward in new ways? I welcome your ideas. I know that COVID is having a financial impact on many families. I am grateful for whatever financial support you are able to give, either by check or online, to support our many ministries. My thanks to our staff, wardens, and vestry for their hard work and dedication over the past few months as we have reimagined church and community during the pandemic. And thank you for all you do to nurture and grow this loving community. Please remember Jesus' loving words to his disciples, I am with you always, to the end of the age. Blessings.